Hey guys, it's Jaime Pfeffer back with you again today for another pick a card reading. But in this pick a card, we are just going to pick a crystal and then I'm going to pick your cards from there. And this is about what do you need to know right now? So, if you are interested in finding out what you need to know right now, you are definitely going to want to stick around for this reading. Okay, as I said before, we are just going to go with a crystal this time. So look at the crystals in front of you and you are going to want to decide, do you want to pick crystal A, which is a lovely pink tourmaline, crystal B, which is a raw labradorite, or crystal C, which is an angelic lepidolite. Take your time, look at the crystal, see if one of them is speaking to you. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. And it is more than okay to listen to more than one stack. What I will do is I will put the timestamps below in the description box. That way you can jump right ahead to your crystal. Oh, and also, before you do that, please go down below and subscribe. Hit on the red subscribe button and then make sure you hit the wiggly bell. That way, anytime I do a surprise reading like I'm doing today, you will be one of the first to be notified. There are many people who tell me all the time that these pick-a-card readings, even though they're on YouTube for the general public, feel like personal readings. So if you are looking to have your own psychic right in your pocket, you are definitely going to want to make sure to subscribe. All right, I will see you on the other side. Bye. Hey, to everybody that picked crystal A, which is this beautiful piece of pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is a wonderful heartstone. We're getting some nice sparkles here. And it is also the birthstone of Libra, one of the birthstones. The other one is opal. So I'm curious to know if you are a Libra or if you're dealing with somebody who has Libra in their chart. And even though Libra may not be your sun sign, Libra could also be somewhere in your chart. So that would be interesting to know. Please leave me a comment. And thank you to everybody who does leave me comments. I really appreciate it. It's like having a nice little conversation, and that is a great thing. I will put a link to pink tourmaline below in the description box if you are interested in getting yourself a piece of it. It is very, very loving, and it is very gentle. It's a wonderful stone for self-love, and I'm also hearing self-esteem. So healing hurts of the heart. It's very nurturing as well. So what we're doing in this reading, it's a little bit different than some of my other readings. I didn't put any stacks of cards out yet. We're going to draw the cards right now during the reading. So we are going to start drawing our cards from the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. And these are really for when you need to get empowered, okay? When you need to feel empowered. And as you see here, we've got this woman who has a tame lion next to her. This is often signifies the strength card. So let's find out what is going on for you. I love these cards. I love the fact that they have Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, some of the other archangels, and we've also got these doves of peace, okay? This is a really big deck. As you can see, there's 78 cards. It's thick. There's a lot of them. So your first card out, wow, okay, this really came out right away. And so your first card out was the Eight of Michael. And it says, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly, okay? So in traditional tarot, which would be like the cards that I normally use, this would be the Eight of Swords, and it is talking about a self-imposed prison. This deck was created actually to be more empowering and uplifting. So I do notice that she has let herself out of the gate and Archangel Michael is here with her. I do want to say though that the flowers or shrubs that I see down here look like bougainvillea, which is a flower that is known to come up, at least for me, and I've seen it in a deck, about shielding. So you may be shielding yourself, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with you shielding yourself. Let's find out what else is going on with this story. And again, keep in mind, there's a lot of people watching this. If you are interested in a personal reading that is just for you, you can go down below and click on book a private reading. These cards are just, there's so many. What is going on for the people that chose this first crystal? We've got Archangel Michael, who came out an 8. 8s are about abundance and infinity, okay? So this could have something to do with something in your life in the past, and it could also be currently, that is keeping you stuck. And I'm seeing some people shaking their heads yes. So what else is going on here? What is going on here in this situation? Okay, wow. Your next card is the 9 of Raphael. Make a wish. Dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. And now we're going to pick one for the future. Okay, your next card, this is a major arcana. It talks about changing your life. Archangel Chamuel. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. In the traditional tarot, this is the Tower card. We've got to take, 10 of Michael in reverse, and the 3 of Raphael, reasons to celebrate. A community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So that's good. I have the feeling that there was something going on previously where you were stuck in a situation that did not feel good for you. You didn't feel protected. You didn't feel safe. You may have even been in a community. Let's say it was back here behind Michael, and now you're setting yourself free from that. And when you set yourself free from that, let's say this is happening in the past, the far past. This would be more like the near past. And so we've got Raphael here, which is all about healing, okay, and emotions. So you set yourself free from this and you got yourself into a higher vibration and things were going really well. Then something came in, some kind of a tower moment came in and threatened you. It made you feel like the rug had been pulled out from under you. You were kind of going along happy-go-lucky, and then even you got out of this situation and things got better, and then this started again, right? I also want to tell you, though, that 1 + 6 = 7, so this is a 7. It's a card of the Seeker. I would love to know if any of you guys consider yourself seekers. Leave me a comment if you do. And so your last card is the 3 of Raphael. So what I'm getting is that something bad was happening and you got yourself out of it. You broke free from this pattern or this cycle or whatever it was. You got yourself to the place where you were manifesting amazing things. Then you got here, something else happened. It may have been related to this. It came back or something. But you again broke free. And so now you're at this 3 of Raphael energy, which talks about reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So let's put that there, and I'm going to leave that 10 of Michael. That's the 10 of Swords in reverse. Actually, I'm not going to leave it. So the 10 of Swords in reverse is a great card. 10 of Michael, same thing as 10 of Swords. So a situation has ended. Typically, the 10 of Swords is you're totally at the bottom, at your bottom. You can't, it's typically in regular tarot, it's a person who has 10 swords in their back, okay? They're totally exhausted. When it's in reverse, it means that you've moved on from this. So this really feels like a victory to me. This feels like you have, I know it does for me personally, because I know exactly what this is talking about for me personally. You are no longer allowing other people to dictate whether or not you are enjoying your life. Other people may be unhappy but you decided a while ago that you were going to walk away from this energy, the energy that was behind this, the prison that you were in with all these people who didn't understand you or didn't see you or didn't hear you. You finally decided, I'm going to break free of this, right? That was your past. And what you did is you started manifesting. You started getting into a higher vibration. You started changing your life. And this situation or something similar to it threatened to come back in. But instead of allowing it to totally take over your thoughts and take over your life as you would have in the past before this situation, you decided to just let it go, let things ride. I'm going to just enjoy myself and what's going on, even if basically the same stuff is going on. I'm not going to let it take my personal power anymore. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And so as a result, you are now here. You are not at the Ten of Swords anymore, which is a great thing. So let's look next at the Making Magic cards. Actually, wow, okay, so this popped out for you right away. Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. And of course, if you're focused more on yourself, you are going to have a prosperous business. If you are ending this and all of this turmoil and whatever was going on in this situation that was keeping you in your head, worried, concerned, obsessing about people, or pulled into drama or things that just were of a lower vibration for you, you've walked away from it. So let's see what else. Time to shine, just like I said, creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So that's beautiful. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous reading. I have one more deck here, and it's called Let Go. So let's see what you get here. Wow, perfect. Let go of all limitations. You are creating a goddess through living your life. Who is she? Let's see if we get anything else. Anything else that you need to let go of? People that watch this crystal, is there anything else that they need to let go of to maintain their personal power and go into this prosperity and time to shine? Is there anything else that they need to let go of? Wow. That was then, this is now. Oh, this is awesome. Let go of last year, last week, and yesterday and live in the moment. Well, that's pretty beautiful. And let's check this one out. Wow. Okay. Explore life and create your own experiences. Let go of being, quote, normal. So maybe in this old situation, you were trying to be normal. You were trying to fit in and you just never fit in, right? Now you can create whatever life you want. If you want to be a mermaid, you can go be a mermaid. Like, just explore life. Have fun exploring and doing things that you want to do. And the more that you do that, the more prosperity is going to come to you, and it is your time to shine, right? So you can create golden opportunities for yourself when you explore life and create your own experiences. I hope that you enjoyed this spontaneous reading, Stack A, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye. Welcome, welcome to everyone who chose Crystal B, and that is this gorgeous Labradorite. It is a raw chunk of Labradorite, and I will put a link below. If you are interested in getting any Labradorite for yourself, it is awesome and essential, in my opinion, to anybody who is highly sensitive or is trying to keep negative energy or negative thought forms or anything. Jealousy away from you, envy of other people, competition, people single you out and not being nice to you, or people trying to take from you, take things that aren't theirs. This is an awesome stone, and it really just helps to deflect that energy right back to them. Also, I'm noticing my bracelets. So this bracelet here, if you are interested or drawn to Labradorite, you may also want to get yourself a piece of what is called tiger iron. It's not tiger's eye, it's tiger iron. This is also a must-have for empaths, in my opinion. And then I've got my trusty black tourmaline, which I wear often as well. I will put links to all three of those below, and they're, like I said, they're great for empaths, highly sensitive people, or if you're affected by other people's energy, if you're trying to get people out of your space, if people have a tendency to intrude upon your space, those are great ways to shield yourself and to keep other people's energy back. And there is nothing wrong with that, especially if you're highly sensitive, because you already have enough stimulation. You don't need anybody else's energy coming in on you. All right, so what we are doing here is I'm just doing something a little bit different. I had you guys pick crystals first. So we're going to look at what's going on in your life right now from the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. This is a huge deck of 78 cards, as you can see, so it sometimes takes a little while to shuffle, but I wanted to do something a little bit different today. And while you are waiting, if you haven't subscribed, you may like to do that now. I do on-the-fly readings sometimes, and when you subscribe and hit the wiggly bell, you will be notified anytime I post a reading. So I have to tell you, I've already seen the Emperor, which is a very strong masculine energy, and I saw the Wheel, which is about the wheels of change. Okay? And the wheel can go up or the wheel can go down. There are cycles in everyone's life, in all of life. Wow, King of Gabriel, so, and the Sun, but it was in reverse. So you've got some strong energies here. The Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune are both what are called Major Arcana, and now I'm seeing Divine Guidance number 5, so which would be the Hierophant. So that's another Major Arcana. King of Gabriel is not a Major Arcana, but it is a top court card. So it's a strong energy. There's a strong masculine energy here. There is something strong about tradition. Tradition. If you've ever seen Fiddler on the Roof, you might, wow. Okay, so 5 of Ariel, and we've got another angel, and now we've got the King of Gabriel. Very interesting. The 5 of Ariel is about being left out in the cold, or feeling like you're left out in the cold, okay? This deck is a little bit different than the traditional tarot, though. They did, or he did, do things a bit differently. Okay, 2 of Raphael is your first card. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love is your first card. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see what else we've got for Crystal B. What's going on for Crystal B? Okay, the Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or a promotion. What's going on with this stack currently? Okay, the 3 of Raphael. Wow. Wow. So these are really good cards. And so I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here that this stack picked the Labradorite? So all I can think of is that you had some really good things going on. You thought you were in a relationship where 2 hearts had become one. You got a new beginning in finances, or you had an opportunity given to you for something new, for prosperity. These are cards that were in the past. Then you got the 3 of Raphael, which is talking about reasons to celebrate. So you had a nice community of friends, happy announcements of friendships. Then you had the 8 of Gabriel. So these birds all serve as messengers. And this talks about, this would be the 8 of Wands. So this is something passionate or career-oriented coming at you very quickly, or communication. Then we've got the Justice card. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. So something happened. You got a communication that threw you off, where this stuff was going really well, and then all of a sudden you got this frenzy of communication, or you were starting to get overwhelmed, or Spirit was coming with messengers to tell you something isn't going well here. Something isn't as it seems. So you got the Justice card. You started fighting for yourself. It talks about don't give up. And then The next card is the Nine of Gabriel, which looks good in this reading, but I know that the Nine of Gabriel is the Nine of Wands, and it's starting to feel very tired. You're putting in a lot of effort and you're feeling very tired. Then you've got the Queen of Wands. So this is you really building up in power. And then you've got the Queen of Swords. That's what Michael is. So even though she looks wonderful here and very warm, brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous, yeah, it talks about a time for your career rather than your relationships. So the Queen of Swords is a woman that you don't mess around with. This woman has been through so much in her life, and she isn't somebody that is going to be taken advantage of. So, yeah, what I'm really feeling is that I don't want to say you fell for something, but there were some really good things going on. There's a lot of very innocent energy here. And then something happened. You started to open yourself to higher knowledge, or higher knowledge started coming to you, okay? And from there, you realized that things weren't balanced, and you realized that maybe this isn't a time for me to focus on this relationship. Maybe this is a time for me to really focus on my career or what I'm passionate about. Or maybe you just realized how powerful you really were. In any event, now as the Queen of Michael, you're saying, nobody's messing with me. Nobody can screw around with me. Nobody can take advantage of me. I call it out right away, not in an overly aggressive way, but people know not to mess around with you. Yeah, and I'm seeing all these yellow flowers, these yellow roses, okay? And these yellow roses are about the solar plexus. They're about confidence. They're about blossoming. See how blossomed they are. And you've got this protection of Archangel Michael around you now because you're protecting yourself. And then you've got the Five of Swords. So this is talking about the situation not serving you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So instead of getting pulled back into something that where the wool was pulled over your eyes, this is like an empty victory, or it's bogging you down. And I feel like that's where the Labradorite is coming from. Just based on the other cards I had gotten originally. Okay, so I just pulled another card and you got the Page of Gabriel. So this is like a student, somebody that's starting out again. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. You're not going to go back to this situation that hurt you. You're just not going to do it again. That's really what I'm feeling. Yes. And so the next card I got is the Seven of Gabriel. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence and claim your personal power. So this is the Seven of Wands. This is about defending yourself, defending your actions back here defending your actions up here, defending these actions, right? You got the message. You realized things weren't as balanced as you thought they were. You started to really defend yourself and you were getting tired, but you were in the home stretch. Then you really came into your power as this fiery queen. I'm very curious if you're a fire sign as well, because there's a lot of fire in this reading. You could also be an air sign though, because we've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the Queen of Wands. So you're in the Queen energy. That's very important for you to know. And I think that based on what I saw originally, which was the Emperor, you're really coming from an energy where the masculine had been more in power. You weren't in your full power. The masculine had too much power and you didn't have enough power. And I think there may have even been a break or a separation from this person. And now you found your own power. You've realized that situation didn't work for you because it wasn't equal, okay? It's never going to work for you. And so you started out again as a fresh new student. That's what the Page is. This is somebody brand new to something. So you're starting out this new phase of your life, brand new. And it's about following your passion, having excitement for opportunities, and also standing your ground. You're not going to go back into some old situation that really harmed you, from which you walked away from or had a big awakening about, and you're not going to do that to yourself again, okay? And that's where the Labradorite comes in, okay? You may decide to go back to this person Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. So this talks about prosperity arising from wise planning. That's what you did as a result of being surprised by this energy, this message, or whatever this is that you got that alerted you, like this, everything isn't as wonderful as I think it is. You came back to you. You had to. You realized that things weren't balanced, okay? And that you had to fight for yourself. And you moved into that queen energy. And now you're in this queen energy and you're kind of like, do I even want to go back to that, right? Other people may have started to come up for you to help you for the first time in your life. This other person may have come back to you and you said, I'm not doing this anymore. Or you may just keep this other person shut out, okay? So let's look at your other cards. Or let's look at some other cards. Let's look at Making Magic. You got the prosperity card too. The last deck also got this. Let's see what else you get. What else does Crystal B need to know? Wow, there you go. Double prosperity. So I'm just going to leave you with that on this because that's amazing, okay? You did the right thing here. You were right. Your impressions were correct. And if there is one thing that Stack B viewers can let go of to maintain their independent energy, to maintain their independence so they do not get caught up in a fantasy again, what will it be? Wow. Reject any desire to be like others. You are an incomparable, precious jewel. That's amazing. Let's see if there's anything else that Stack B needs to let go of to maintain their independence. And I'm actually hearing like creative control. Is there anything else that Stack B needs to let go of? You are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. So what I'm getting from that is don't give up on what you want. And do not go back into an old situation if things haven't changed. Do not walk back into that place. Whoever this other person is, they need to put in the work and they need to prove to you over time that they have changed, okay? Beautiful. Your last message is sip in air without rushing towards the future. The present is worth enjoying. So while I'm getting the feeling that this was very comfortable for you and it felt really good when you thought things were equal and when you had this new opportunity coming to you, and now that you're in this better energy, this stronger energy, this more empowered energy, you may want to run right back here to this person, okay? Don't do that. What you're being asked to do is to sip in air without rushing toward the future. The present is worth enjoying. So enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy your independence. Enjoy all of the wonderful things that have happened as a result of you becoming more independent and going off on your own, really, and finding yourself and seeing and feeling and understanding that you can do it. You did it. You've done it. You can do it on your own. If that was ever a question to you in the past, you have now proven to yourself that you can do it on your own and you can succeed. You wouldn't have gotten 2 queen cards if that were the case. So I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. I know I did. And I am wishing you an awesome day. I will talk to you again soon. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for coming. And for everyone who chose Crystal C, this is a Lepidolite crystal. Lepidolite is incredibly soothing and calming. It is so soothing and calming and protective, okay? It looks a lot like amethyst. I want to thank Lois, who is a viewer and a client and friend of mine who got this for me last year. She gave it to me at exactly the right time. So, and this is also an angel. So you have an angel that is watching over you. This is also about your crown chakra because it is purple. So let's find out what your messages are. And I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I just felt like doing something different. So we're going to start off with the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine, just to get an idea of where you are. And as you can see, this is a huge deck. It's 78 cards, so it's a little cumbersome to work with, but let's just see where you're at. Okay, your first card is the 8 of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So this card seems to be falling in the past place. So that is something that you've done in the past, okay? Let's see what else we got here. What do Stack C viewers need to know? What do I need to know about Stack C viewers, I'll say. Sometimes a whole bunch of cards comes out because there's so many of them. Whoop. Wow, okay, new beginnings, and this is a major arcana. Also, do you see all that purple on there? And then we've got our purple stone. So this is talking about Archangel Jeremiah, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So, new beginnings. In traditional tarot, I believe this would be the Judgment card, which I also know that Archangel Jeremiah, at least in Doreen Virtue decks, she used Archangel Jeremiah to really look to take an honest review or an honest inventory of your life to see where you're at and to give you a choice or a chance to do something over again, okay? This deck is a little bit different, and so instead of being about judgment, like this is your chance to look at things again, this is about new beginnings. So you have a new beginning on offer. Let's see what else we get here. What else do I need to know about what's going on with Stack C? Okay, 9 of Michael. This is the 9 of air traditionally. This is a card about anxiety. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. I'm really feeling like this has to do with family or friends or people that you thought had your back and didn't. And I don't want to say that they didn't mean it. They're just not as spiritually evolved as you. I feel like you have put a lot of work into your spirituality, to yourself, to being a good person, to having good relationships, and you may have done an inventory or a review of yourself, right? A review of your past. And I feel as though these other people have not done the amount of work that you have done. You may now be thinking about going back into this situation with these old people, and it's kind of driving you a little bit nutty, okay? You're spending a lot of time thinking about it. I can't help but notice this owl here, okay? Owls they have a lot of symbolism, but they symbolize wisdom. They symbolize the night. They symbolize being able to see in the dark, okay? I think that you may have some false guilt, some false worry, And so false guilt happens when we are raised to believe that we are responsible for certain things. And then when we don't do those things, we end up beating ourselves up about it or feeling guilty about it. So there are things that there are subjective truths and subjective realities, and there are objective truths and objective realities, okay? And so subjective truths tend to be things that people believe for themselves. But oftentimes people get tripped up because they believe that just because they believe something that everybody should believe that same thing, okay? Objective truths are truths that are true no matter what, okay? They're not based on opinions. They could be, an objective truth could be 2 + 2 = 4, okay? A subjective truth could be memorizing the multiplication tables in 3rd grade is better than memorizing the multiplication tables in 4th grade, okay? The subjective truths are things that are really based on like people's opinions and their consciousness level at the time and a whole host of other things, okay? A lot of people's political views, a lot of religious views, those are subjective truths, okay? And unfortunately, what happens is there were many people earlier on who didn't understand that. And so they like, it was almost like the loudest person wins, okay? And I think that we've all experienced that recently in our country with politics, okay? Then there is the actual truth, okay? That's an objective truth. And what I feel may have happened is you may have turned on yourself you may have done a review and you may have been forgiving and compassionate, like almost to a fault with other people where they weren't giving you the same forgiveness and compassion. And that even doesn't even matter. But if someone were to look at it from above objectively, they wouldn't have found you to be so responsible for so many, quote, negative things, okay? That's just what I'm getting. And I'm getting that you're starting to get caught back up in that, this worry that you're having, okay? I'm just getting this feeling of being too responsible in certain situations. So, and I think it's very cloudy and confusing. Wow, okay, so I was about to shuffle and I cut the deck and I saw the Magician, which is a wonderful card. So what I want to say, it's another purple card. So, and then the next card I saw was a pink card, okay? So what I want to say is that right now you are being given the opportunity to do something different, okay? You're being given the opportunity to leave this behind, to leave this beating yourself up or looking at things against yourself or really raking yourself over the coals more than other people or just blaming yourself, okay? And you're being told that you can manifest the life that you want. What you need will appear for you, okay? This rainbow, there's a lot of rainbow going on here. So what I want to suggest to you is that you run rainbow light through your aura. I also want to suggest to you that you get to a body of water if you can, and if you cannot, I want to suggest that you take a salt bath for at least 20 minutes. Put a cup of salt in there and a cup of baking soda. That's going to help you detox some of this and all of this stuff, okay? And then you will be able to have the life that you want, but you need to be in your own power. The next card that came out for you was the Page of Ariel, and this is very similar to the last stack B. I want to invite you to do that, but I don't know if you are yet to the place that stack B actually got to. I think that you may be, when you go back to stack B, you may only be to the place where the message is coming through. And that message is me. I am the message. I am the messenger, giving you the message that the situation that you thought was wonderful, that there may have been some red flags about to you, very small, you're right. Okay, and so it's time for you to step into your own power. And so it talks about an excellent opportunity being offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. This is really about you getting to work on you, not worrying about all these other people, not worrying about whether they're going to accept you or if they're going to forgive you, because I don't really think that there is a lot to forgive you for. I feel that these people actually owe you instead of you owing them, okay? But rather than keeping yourself stuck in their whatever, their mess, honestly, their drama, they may not mean it, but again, like people may not mean to abuse other people, but abuse is still abuse, and that's an objective truth, okay? What you are being shown and what you are being told that you can do is use this Lepidolite. Calm, center, ground yourself. You're being given the chance right now to create a new cycle. A cycle that isn't toxic, that doesn't take you for granted and that allows you to fully step into your power, okay? And that's what this is about. And you may want to read some books. I'm noticing all of these books here. So reading some books, reading certain books may help you get to the place of feeling more courageous, feeling more empowered, okay? It's really, you don't want to go back and like scream at these other people, these people that you're leaving or whatever. You just want to create your own life independently. You don't need these people. And I think you feel like you do, or maybe there's family ties here or bonds or whatever it is. And I understand it's very difficult, okay? I'm not telling you that you've got to totally cut them off if you're not ready. You know, you've got to listen to yourself and you've got to learn your own lessons, really. I mean, I can't tell you. You need to learn for yourself, okay? If you are ready, though, to move on your own, this is your opportunity to really go out there and do your thing, okay? So that's what I'm getting from these cards. Now we're going to look at the Making Magic. And this is great because you got the Magician card, which says you can manifest your dream life. And that's what these cards are about. Whoops. Okay. So your first card out is Protection. Strong protective magic for the family and home. So if you're worried about going on your own, if you feel like you owe those people an explanation or whatever, you don't. And you're protected, okay? You're going to be protected while you do this, and I definitely want you to check out Stack B because Labradorite was the crystal, and Labradorite is very protective. So we'll just bring that up right here, okay? Let's see what else you get. Prosperity. All three decks got this, okay? You're going to experience prosperity, but you've got to go out on your own instead of being reliant on these toxic people. Let's find out what your last message is. What's one more message? The Labyrinth. Here you go. This is exactly what I've been talking about. Transition to a higher level of being. That's it. You're being given the golden ticket to transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and hitting enlightenment. Okay? Now, let's look at one more, and that is the let go cards. So let's find out what you need to know. What does Crystal C need to know, or what do they need to let go of to transition to this higher level of being? Wow. Let go of any negativity and walk tall. Decorate yourself with grace and make it your reality. So, any shame that you have about walking away and doing your own thing, you know, you don't owe anybody an explanations. You don't need to say, I'm cutting you out of my life. You know, you don't need to cut them out of your life. Whoops. You don't need to cut them out of your life. But you need to let this stuff go out of your energy because you had that Nine of Swords card, that worry and fear, and it's just not helping you, okay? It's still in your energy, and it's dragging you down. What else? Is there anything else that they need to let go of to allow them to manifest the dream life that they desire? Is there anything else that they need to let go of to allow them to manifest? That's too many. The dream life that they desire. Don't push or grasp for what you want. Let life come to you and flow through you. So I'm getting the feeling that maybe you've been working at this for a while and you're really feeling impatient, or you're wondering, why isn't it happening for me yet? So I'm noticing this deck here. It actually looked red to me out of the corner of my eye. So make sure that you do some grounding work for yourself, okay? Make sure that you ground your energy. Yeah, like I see you. Here's the ocean. I see you walking toward, and she's got the white dress on, right? Which is about purity. And then you see these pink flowers here. That's about love, ease. See these orbs all around her. You're not alone, okay? You're not alone, and you can create the dream life and even the dream wedding that you desire, but you've got to go on your own first and show that you can walk tall and you can do it on your own, okay? And don't push. Don't push or try to grasp or try to make something work. You've got to let life come to you. So meditation will really help you. Let it come to you and let it flow through you. The best crystal I know for going with the flow is Aquamarine. And it really vibrates with the ocean. So imagine being in the ocean. Imagine floating and not having anywhere to go. And that's, you don't have any cares in the world, nothing to do that day. Yeah, so that is what I'm getting for you, Crystal C. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please go down below and leave me a comment. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you do enjoy getting these surprise readings and all my other readings, because you will be notified immediately. And this is the first place that YouTube subscribers are the first ones to know, usually a day or two in advance. So if you are interested in that, make sure that you go down below and do that. And also, one last thing, I glanced up at the protection card and I thought it said perseverance. So you're being told to persevere, even if you've failed in the past, even if this has been going on for so long, you're really being told that this time is going to make a difference. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.